hot tub party in a wealthy neighborhood heats up. What happened to a fun-loving foursome that ended in a shocking murder?
It is the near future, and the justice system as you know it is no more. No courtrooms, no attorneys. Aided only by an interactive crime-solving network, a human counsel will have just 30 minutes to examine a murder case. Then hand an immediate death sentence to one of 3 suspects. Either justice will prevail, or an innocent person pays the price. Hello, I am Jessica. Welcome to Rooster Teeth's Murder Room.
Welcome to a new age of law where justice must move faster than ever. This council is convened to try a murder case in just 30 minutes. In the end, one of 3 suspects will be convicted and sentenced all at once. I am John Reisinger, the foreman for today's proceedings, and this is your counsel. We have Chad, Ashley, Drew, and Alfredo. Let's take a look at the victim. Victim is Russ, 32 years old, money management consultant, has traditional views. Jessica, please tell the council who you have determined to be the top 3 suspects in this case.
But of course, your first suspect is the victim's wife, Prue. Prue is in charge of her home with Russ. She spends her time between church and volunteering activities. The second 2 suspects are neighbors of the victim. Mina is a local artist. She and the victim shared a business relationship. And your final suspect is Mina's husband, Charlie. Charlie is a successful owner of a local brewery with many ties to the progressive side of town.
Fantastic. Let's take a look at our suspect's whereabouts near the time of the murder. It's a sunny Saturday when Charlie and Mina walk down their block to the house of Russ and Prue. Our victim, Russ, is grilling while they all start drinking. They eat on the patio just before 6 o'clock, then just hang out until 9:30. At that time, the clothes come off and all 4 take a dip in the hot tub. All is going well until 10:30 when an argument breaks out. By 11, Charlie and Mina are walking home. According to Prue, Russ stays to drink in the hot tub while she heads to the shower. Meanwhile, Charlie and Mina arrive at their place just a few doors down the street. Charlie stays outside and falls asleep on his patio. Mina takes a shower, then gets into bed. Back at the hot tub house, Prue says the power goes out around 11:45. She fumbles around in the dark and finds the body of Russ still in the hot tub. According to Charlie, he wakes up around 2 a.m., then heads to bed with Mina. All right, real quick, based on what you guys just heard, what do you think happened?
I think
Jealousy.
initially I just kind of want to know how he was murdered, in the sense of like, is there blood? Was he drowned? Whatnot?
We'll have that information.
Yeah,
Also,
so I'm very curious.
estimated time of death, he was found at midnight. Power went out 11:45.
Yeah.
Again, good questions we'll ask Jessica once we start the investigation.
Also, Prue and Mina took showers. I'm just like curious.
Also, I want to know why Charlie was sleeping on the patio.
Well, that's exactly what I was about to bring up. Like, the falling asleep on the porch is quite suspicious, and then he disappears until 2 a.m. and he comes back to bed.
The fact that the power goes out while he's asleep on the porch seems like an easy move for him to walk down the street and like cut power.
Yeah, the
So
distance is not that far.
I immediately suspect Charlie that he did something in order to cut the power, and then I think something went down during this argument that hurt some feelings, and somebody did something drastic.
All right, let's get some insight into this case. Detective Mares is on the phone to talk about the evidence. Officer Mares, welcome to the murder room.
All right, thank you, Mr. Foreman. Now, the Mesa Oro is a wealthy gated community here in Small Springs. It's known for big homes, big hair, and big secrets of the town's most successful business owners. Now, Miss Jessica will bring up the map of the victim's home. He was found naked and dead in his hot tub by his wife, Prue. She says she was in the shower when the power went out. She calls out for her husband, and when he doesn't answer, she goes looking for him. That's when she finds Russ slumped in the hot tub with an extension cord that's still plugged in. Our victim was electrocuted. Now, Mr. Foreman, if you'll give the council the evidence, you have the scorched extension cord and a water sample taken from the hot tub. Our victim, Russ, is a money management expert. Russ is known around town as a savvy business guy and just a likable type of fella. He met his wife at a Save Your Money by Saving Your Soul seminar in Las Vegas. Prue says their marriage was solid, no fights. Prue is known as an active part of her church, volunteers around town. Typical for the spouses from that neighborhood. As you can imagine, she's pretty upset and wasn't up for much talking when I met with her. Now, the neighbors were over for a little barbecue and beer that day. Now, something to note, the side gate was open when police arrived. That is the same gate our other two suspects, Charlie and Mina, used to leave the premises. The four of them have known each other for quite some time. Mina is an artist, lovely woman, but she's kind of an outcast in these parts. Most of the ladies don't know what to make of her, and as you can imagine, the gossip mill loves her. Anyway, Charlie is a young, successful brewer here in town. Couldn't find anyone who said they know him really well, though. Most is known for making a fool of himself at the city jamboree, dropped his pants, mooned the mayor, and set a piñata on fire. Despite that, he's seen as a leader amongst the more progressive business owners around here. Now, according to the couple, the night ended with no hard feelings, and they went home. So there you have it. Now, I'm on to my next case, so this is all yours. Good luck.
Okay, so this is how this works. The three suspects are in custody right now. You will choose a person to investigate, then that person's evidence will be unlocked while we get the suspect on the phone for you.
Correct. Keep time in mind as you speak with each suspect. You also have 3 timeouts to use during the investigation. You can request to stop the clock and gather your thoughts for up to 1 minute. Use these wisely. Now, time for your first objective.
Right, so your first objective is to decide which suspect you find the least suspicious. So, who do you want to send to the back burner for now?
Least suspicious right now for me is Mina.
Yep.
Least suspicious for me right now is Prue.
Mina does have evidence to unlock, though.
She does, but did it really take Prue 15 minutes to wrap a towel around herself and go outside?
Well, I think it's the power one. I could see it, but there's also the other thing about, I don't know, there's like dirt and grass in that water they handed out to us. So it feels like somebody had to walk across the backyard.
Also, I really want to be able to ask 2 of the different parties what the argument was about. I want to see if what Prue says the argument was about matches up with what Mina and Charlie say. So if we have one from each kind of side there.
Clever.
Yeah.
So so we're putting Mina? Is that the consensus?
What do you think?
That's text messages and an item that we won't see.
We have no evidence to unlock with Prue.
Yeah.
But if we talk to Mina and Charlie, we don't know if they spoke with each other beforehand to try and get a story straight.
Okay, well, I'm gonna have to take a vote since we seem to be a little split. Afraid
This
of?
doesn't mean we're exonerating everyone.
No.
Right, we get to talk to her later.
Yes.
But
They will be talked. Everyone will be talked to.
I would say we put Prue in
Prue,
Prue.
Mina.
Mina.
I want to say Mina. I'll make it easy on you. I'll say Prue, even though
Okay.
I think it should be Mina.
Thank you so much. Jessica, please put Prue on the back burner for now.
The suspect is now on hold, and I have begun the 30-minute timer. You also have 3 timeouts at your request.
All right, time is ticking. Who do we want to talk to and investigate first?
You guys want to do Charlie?
Probably Charlie.
Say Charlie.
Okay.
All right.
Porch.
Jessica, can we please get Charlie on the phone? I would also assume that while we're getting Charlie on the phone, you'd like to discuss and look at his photo and item evidence
Yes, please.
beforehand.
I will get the suspect on the line.
Fantastic. Let's go ahead and pull out Charlie's item. And while I'm doing that, Jessica, if you could get the photo up on the monitor, that'd be great.
But of course,
All right, so we do have a glass and a photo that I'm sure you want to get some information from Charlie about. With the evidence, you could ask for any procedures to be done on it, and I'll have Jessica do that. And you can ask Jessica any information about the photo if you'd like as well.
You guys want to run fingerprints on the cord?
I'd like to run fingerprints on the cord. I'd like to know where this image was taken, and I'd like to know where this was found.
Okay.
And why this is considered evidence.
Okay, so Jessica, can we run fingerprints on the extension cord? And then what did you want to do about the glass?
I'd like to know where this was found.
Cool.
And why it's entered into evidence.
And Jessica, you can let us know that, where the glass was found and why it's part of evidence. That'd be fantastic.
yes, on the way.
All right.
There's a little dent in it, but I feel like that's just a flaw.
You know, it's,
Everything is suspicious.
Everything is suspect.
okay. So,
Pardon me, DNA on the glass matches your suspect, Charlie. There are no other prints or DNA on the glass.
okay. So glass is Charlie's. His DNA is on it. I would assume it is the glass that was found in this image is what I think we're gonna go with.
Is this Charlie's porch?
Yes, this is Charlie's porch.
I have Charlie on the line.
Let's go ahead and talk to Charlie.
Hello?
How's it going?
Oh, you tell me.
Yeah, we got some questions for you.
All right, ask away.
So first of all, we heard you guys had an argument. What was the argument about?
Just typical stuff, you know, things going on in the world. We just don't see eye to eye on everything.
That was incredibly vague. Can you provide me with some more detail?
Yeah, I'll tell you what, it's, you know, it's just about politics these days, and, you know, in particular, this one thing that really got to us that night.
And what's that?
Well, we got in an argument involving, regarding the fact that Russ has been putting money towards this new legislation that I don't agree with, and it really could outcome and have an effect on my business.
And what is that legislation?
Well, it's just tax cuts, things that'll really affect businesses like mine, small businesses.
Why'd you sleep on the porch that night?
I just went home and had a little drink on the porch, and sometimes I doze off there.
What was the temperature like that night?
Temperature? I don't know. It was fine. Comfy.
Okay.
How often do you drunkenly fall asleep on your porch?
Every now and then. It's not something I do every night, but, you know, on the weekends.
Do you and Russ have any business ties together?
Not officially. He's given me some connections and hooked me up with some people, but nothing that we've done, you know, on the same level.
If that policy went through...
But he definitely does have the ear of the council. That's true.
Okay. How much would that policy affect your business? Would this be like an annoyance or more of a devastation?
I honestly would probably have to let go of half my staff.
Got it. So pretty important.
It's bad.
Let's see.
And he knows how I feel about it.
Got it. So you guys have had that discussion before?
No, that was the first time it came up, but I let him know how I felt about it.
Have you and the victim argued much previously about other topics?
Yeah, you know, like I said, occasional things will come up. We have different views on the world, and normally I enjoy those debates, but this was just one that was different.
How was your relationship with the victim's wife, Prue?
It was great. I mean, we were all great friends. She was a little weird that night, though.
How's that?
In what way?
She was real standoffish, just seemed a bit perturbed when we got there.
Do you know about what? Did you ask her?
No, but she did make a move on me in the kitchen.
Has that happened before?
Not like that. That's really the first time that ever went that way. She was being very forward, you know, kind of touching my pant leg.
How did Mina feel about that?
She didn't see it happen, and
you didn't tell her about it?
well, not that night. We haven't had a chance to discuss it since everything went down.
Was that before or after the argument?
That was before.
How much had she had to drink at that point?
I couldn't tell you. We were sipping beers all day.
Got it.
How often do you and Mina spend time at Prue and Russ's house?
Every couple of weeks or so.
Now, Russ and Mina, they're business partners, is that right? They have a business together?
He helps her out with some grants here and there. He helps find people to look into that and help her out.
So would you say they spend a lot of time together?
Not really. I mean, she probably sees him a little bit more than I do outside of when we get together on the weekends.
And if you see the world so differently, why do you spend so much time with them?
He's a good business connection, and we get along on everything else. And honestly, without his help, who knows? I probably wouldn't be where I am, and that's hard for me to say.
All right, tell me something. You have a history of some drunken shenanigans. Have you ever seen anyone for that?
Seen anyone?
Yeah, it sounds like
No.
you've made a public spectacle of yourself a couple times. Pretty embarrassing. Do you think you have a problem?
That's not a big thing. It's happened before.
Didn't you pull your pants down in front of the mayor?
Yeah, but just the back half.
Well, you're quite confident. Just as curiosity, what do you think happened that night?
You got me. My guess, we left and I guess Prue just lost her mind.
So you think Prue's the one responsible?
I didn't do it, and I have a feeling my wife did not do it.
And why do you think Prue would do that to her husband?
You got me. I have no idea. But like I said, she was acting weird that night, so that's all I have to go on. And I'm not going to blame my wife, and I certainly am not going to blame myself.
Of course you're not.
You think we should?
Any more
All
questions,
right,
Charlie?
I think we can let you
good.
go.
All right,
Thanks,
thank you so
Charlie.
much, Charlie. Bye-bye now. Okay, any responses to all that information?
Can we see the photo?
The photo? Yeah,
Yeah,
you saw the photo.
Oh, okay. Oh, yeah,
You know,
of
I'm
course,
gonna level with you. That doesn't seem like a really comfy place to fall asleep on a
Definitely
chair.
not.
Couch maybe, chair.
Do we know?
So you feel like it's a false alibi?
Yeah. Do we know for sure that this in the foreground is a chair and not a couch?
Yeah, they are just porch chairs.
I can say though that I have fallen asleep in a chair before.
Do we know if this photo was taken before or after? Is this a crime scene photo? Or
I think this is
taken-
after. This is after the crime occurred, so
Right.
they went to where he was at.
Gotcha. Also, while we're talking to Shirley's, do we ever get fingerprints back on the extension cord? Because we'd asked for that.
Oh yeah, Jessica, did we have fingerprints on that? I know we got fingerprints on the
he
glass,
grabbed it.
but I haven't heard anything back on the cord.
But what if you replaced it?
Gathering information.
Great. Also, you guys want to check out what?
This
grass
this
and
water
dirt.
is gross.
Yeah.
Fingerprints on the cord match the victim and all 3 suspects.
Oh my.
Everybody
So
touched
everyone
the extension
touched
cord.
the
See, I wish
extension.
that had come back before we talked to Charlie, because we would have asked him what he was doing on the extension cord. Okay.
Well, maybe you can ask. One of the-
Pardon me.
I will.
I have another neighbor of the victim available for a call.
Oh,
Oh,
let's
another
go ahead
neighbor.
and
That'll
talk.
be
Come
helpful.
on.
Let's talk to the neighbor. What's the neighbor? Neighbor, you're on the phone. What's
I
your
have
name?
Karen on the line
There
for
we go,
you.
Karen.
Oh, Karen.
Go for it. Talk to Karen.
Hello, y'all.
How's it going?
Hi, Karen.
Karen?
Well, I just wanted to call in and kind of put in my 2 cents on this whole thing. I don't like to gossip much. Usually I just keep my head down and pray. But, you know, the things you hear at bingo night are the things you hear at bingo night. Sometimes you can't overlook that.
Sure. Bless your heart for coming forward.
Thank you, ma'am.
What did you want to talk to us about? What'd you hear?
Well, at the bingo hall, things get around. Saw, Charlie and Mina kind of walking around one night, the night of the murder. Charlie looked a little upset. Couldn't quite make out what they were saying, but there was definitely some sort of argument going on there.
What time was that?
Around 11:30 probably.
11:30 p.m.
Mm-hmm.
The night of the murder.
Yeah, on their way home.
So you saw them at the bingo hall at 11:30 p.m.
Oh no, I saw them walking down the street. I don't like to
Oh, got
gossip
it.
too much, but
But you saw them about 11:30 p.m. or they were seen about 11:30 p.m.
11:30. It was right after. My favorite program was on TV. I had nothing much else to do but look out the window.
About how close do you live from the victim's house?
Oh, right across the street.
Gotcha. There was an argument mentioned. Were you able to hear any of that going on?
No, didn't really hear much from that. Charlie looked kind of up in arms though, flailing around a little bit, looked a little perturbed.
And how was Mina reacting?
She seemed, pretty nonchalant about it. Seemed like a typical couples fight to me, honestly.
Were you able to see Mina and Charlie leave Russ's house?
No, I was not. My program was on. I'm so sorry.
So, Karen, it seems like you really have, your finger on the pulse of this community. Do you know if Charlie and Mina had any other marital problems?
Oh, I don't like talking about that. It's not my place. But, Lord forgive me for saying this word. I think their lifestyle, the swinger lifestyle. Oh, God, I hate using that word.
Mm-hmm. Got it. Okay.
You didn't, question real quick. You didn't happen to see Prue wandering around the backyard after 11 o'clock?
No, I just saw their little spat, and then I went back, figured I'd watch some shopping network, maybe buy myself a new necklace or something,
How about Russ and Prue? Any rumors going around about them?
Rumors are rumors. You hear things here and there at church. Keep my head down, try to stay in my business, Lord's way.
Well, someone's life's on the line here, so we'd really appreciate it if you could tell us what some of those rumors were.
Just, it's mostly rumors about that, Lord forgive me again, swinger thing going on, but
With Russ and Prue as well?
as far as I know, that's what I've heard.
Okay.
Can you give me in detail any gossip you've heard about Prue and Charlie?
No, I haven't heard anything on that, and you know what, y'all, I have a cake in the oven, and if that comes out dry, Susan's hell will not forgive me, so I will leave you to it.
Okay.
right.
Thank you, Karen.
You're welcome.
So they are all swingers, is what we're hearing here.
Rumor has it.
Well,
And
rumor
they said,
has
they said the clothes came off and they got in the hot tub, but I didn't want to assume another.
Yeah.
But I think some stuff was going down in the hot tub.
So the argument wasn't political at all. It was jealousy, maybe?
Or it was both.
Maybe we could talk to another suspect and get some more
Maybe
information.
we could, John.
Maybe we could. I'm looking at the time for you guys.
I know,
wanna
I
keep it
know.
moving for you, okay?
All right, sounds good.
So we have talked to Charlie. Mina is available. Mina does have a text for us to look at and an item for us to look at. Is that okay if we go ahead and proceed with those?
Yep.
Can we bring those out? Yes.
Okay. Can we look at the text real quick, Jessica?
But of course,
This is between Russ and Mina. From Russ, that was fun. Mina, no response. 1 month before the murder at midnight. No, noon.
Got it.
I know how time works.
Okay.
Okay.
So there you go. Something was fun. Things are fun. And then the item we have, this is from Mina's bed. It is a sheet. You can examine it as you wish.
Oh, is this clean?
Also, guys, we have this water, and I feel like we need to do something with it.
What do you want to do with the water, Chad?
Can we run it through some sort of water analysis?
Sure. What kind of water analysis would you like?
I don't
DNA
know.
test we can perform on the wall?
You want DNA from the water?
I don't think
Yeah, is
that's...
there any-
Can we find out?
Are you hoping?
Is there
Are
a
you thinking there might be like?
Is there a
What kind of,
fluid
like,
test
bodily
that we could
fluid?
run?
You want bodily fluids from this?
Hey, John, I'm not the scientist, so if you could
Is that an option?
ask the
Is there a-
robot to please provide us with the options of what I can run this for,
Her
I would
name
appreciate
is
it.
Jessica.
Okay, I'm sorry,
Okay,
Jessica.
she has a name. All right, Jessica. I'm just going to ask a generic question of, can you give me any information on any substances that may have been found in this water? Maybe a chemical.
yes, on the
analysis.
way.
Thank you. We got there. So
Take a minute.
Took a minute.
here's the
Excuse
thing.
me, traces of chlorine, body fluids, and human pubic hair were found in the water sample matching the victim and 3 suspects.
All right, so
Y'all,
pubic hair, fluids from everybody.
What?
Interesting.
Everyone's
Makes
fluids?
sense. Well, I mean, they were all in the hot tub,
Yes.
and they probably peed. Let's be honest.
But what's
The body fluids
In a hot
matched the
tub?
suspect.
Are you a
Mina,
monster?
And Charlie.
I'm just saying.
Body fluids match the
Suspects, Mina and Charlie are body fluids.
Prove that meaning that there were no
no proof.
Prue kept her body fluids to
fluid.
herself.
There's some blood on that sheet, by the way.
Oh, is there?
Yeah, a little bit. I think, yeah.
Yep. Okay, let's run it.
Can we find out whose blood that is that's on the sheet, Jessica?
Mina sheet?
Mina sheet.
Searching my database.
Also, just quick reminder, you do have 3 timeouts. Just want to let you know.
Yeah, I know.
The bed sheet contains DNA belonging to Mina and Charlie. There is a small trace of Mina's blood near the foot of the sheet.
Well, you might want to ask Mina about that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Are you ready to go ahead and start talking to Mina? You got less than 15 minutes.
Yeah.
Do you guys
make
want
it a
to? Do you
quick-
want a timeout to talk or no?
Let's time out the talk.
All right, Jessica, we take a timeout so they can think. Before we get back to the show, we want to thank Postmates for making Season 2 of Murder Room possible. When you need red wine at 4 p.m., sushi at 9 p.m., a breakfast burrito at 8 a.m., and ibuprofen at 10 a.m., Postmate it. Postmates is your personal food delivery, grocery delivery, whatever kind of delivery service all year round. Anything you're craving, Postmates can deliver. They're the largest on-demand network in the U.S. and offer delivery from all the restaurants, grocery and convenience stores, and traditional retailers you could possibly want or need. 24 hours a day, 365 days a year, Postmates will bring you what you need within the hour. Download the app for iOS or Android for free, browse local restaurants and businesses, and track your delivery in real time. I use Postmates at minimum like 3 times a week. It's fantastic, one of my favorite services in the world. For a limited time, Postmates is giving Murder Room fans $100 of free delivery credit for your first 7 days. To start your free deliveries, download the app and use Murder Room. That's code Murder Room for $100 of free delivery credit for your first 7 days when you download the Postmates app. Anything you need, anytime you need it, Postmate it. Download Postmates and save with code Murder Room. Be sure to let Postmates know your appreciation making Murder Room possible. Now, on with the show.
Okay, cool.
real quick. They were definitely monkeying around, right?
Right.
Okay.
Yeah.
So what I think is that like they probably had an agreement that they could all like swing together,
Sure.
but weren't supposed to do it separately, and maybe something was going
We
on.
could ask about if there was an agreement, or were there doing something behind the scenes or not.
Yeah. 100%.
Additionally,
Big difference.
something me and Alfredo both saw in the photo was there's an extension cord in that photo, that evidence photo
I
we
saw
saw.
it's orange.
It's orange, meaning that it was probably a replacement
What if it
cord.
was a
Where does that cord go?
Like,
Well, cord
It's
was
not
plugged in at
Oh.
the house.
Orange is
Oh, sure.
typically an indoor cord, whereas green is usually outdoor.
It's yellow.
If we
But-
really want to, it's both.
But there was
But this is over at Charlie's house.
Yeah.
Right?
that's
Right.
at Charlie's house. The cord was found at the house and in the hot tub still.
yeah.
Right.
Right. So
I'm
I'm
just
saying
saying
like
he
they
had
pulled this cord and replaced it.
just immediate access to a cord.
And brought it to the house and used it.
Potentially.
But
Okay.
it had fingerprints from.
Oh, there we go.
Everybody. That's the thing.
Okay,
right.
so time is still going. We can talk to Mina if you want to go ahead and do that.
Let's
Yeah.
hop on the phone with Mina.
All right,
Ask
Jessica,
about
get
the sheet.
Mina.
Get the
relationship.
suspect on the line.
Thank you so much. You can hand me the sheet. I promise you won't get sick.
Ask about why your fingerprints on the extension cord.
Yes.
Extension cord.
Those
Mina
three
is
questions.
ready for you now.
What the
Go for it.
equipment, the extension. Hi, Mina.
Argument.
Hi.
Can you talk to us first? What was that argument about the night of the murder?
The guys always get into it about politics. It's kind of a normal thing.
We've heard that you guys might be part of the lifestyle. Is that a true statement?
What do you mean by lifestyle?
That you're swingers, Mina.
We don't like that word so much, but yeah, we have fun.
Got it. What are the rules that you've put in place? I can assume that you and Charlie have done this before with Russ and Prue.
Yeah, we don't really have a lot of boundaries though.
So
So you're in an open relationship.
No, I wouldn't call it that so much. Just we like to have fun.
okay.
So
So would you feel that Charlie would be okay if, say, you and Russ were kind of continuing on without them?
No, he's a little jealous sometimes. He doesn't like to be left out of the fun.
Got it.
Can you explain a little bit more about the text that we saw that Russ had texted you that was fun? What was fun? Was that an event that y'all had or?
That was after a meeting that we had for a grant.
Meetings aren't typically categorized as fun. Can you
You
tell?
don't come to our meetings.
Well, what happened in that meeting?
I mean, grants, money, it's art. It's supposed to be fun.
I want to go to one of your meetings because anyway.
Did anything sexual happen during that meeting?
No.
We got evidence that we have an extension cord and evidence that has your fingerprints on it. Do you know why that extension cord would have your fingerprints on it?
Is it the green one?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's always by the hot tub for our, like, somebody always has their cell phone plugged in.
Got it. And there was a yellow one on your porch at home. Do you know what that goes to?
Lights.
Okay.
Got it.
Quick question. A neighbor said that she saw you arguing with Charlie as you left the house that evening. Can you tell us what that argument was about?
Oh, no, we weren't arguing. He was still real heated from the disagreement with Russ, and I was just trying to calm him down.
Okay.
Question: are you aware of Prue's actions towards Charlie in a flirtatious manner?
No.
Okay.
Oops.
Well,
Got it.
now
But
she
Russ was
is.
being real forward with me that night.
What was he doing?
He kissed me in the hot tub when we were by ourselves.
Okay.
And he kept talking about a camera he wanted to show me, something on his laptop too.
Okay.
Did he give you any hints as to what he might show you?
No, but he was real invested in that camera situation. I'm not sure what they were trying to do that night.
We have in evidence, we have a sheet that has your blood on it. Can you talk to me about what that blood's from?
Yeah, I cut my ankle on my way out by the gate.
When?
That, like, as we left that night. I didn't want it to get infected, so I just hopped in the shower and then put a Band-Aid on when I got home.
Okay. So Charlie said he fell asleep on the porch. Is that a common occurrence?
Oh, Charlie. Yeah.
Did you think you didn't even think to go check on him? You just went straight to bed?
No, he's fine. He's a grown man.
Okay. Did you notice anything suspicious about Charlie when he came to bed at 2 a.m.?
No,
didn't even feel him get in bed. I was asleep.
Did
The only weird thing that night was Prue. Prue was real agitated and kind of cold. She's not normally like that.
Did Prue get in the hot tub with you guys that night?
Yeah, definitely.
When you cut your ankle, did you go immediately home?
Well, we were on our way home, yes.
Have you and Russ had a relationship?
No, I mean, not outside of the relationship the four of us have. We have somewhat of a business relationship, but we don't directly work together.
But you've never met for any type of romantic situations outside of Prue and Charlie?
No.
Okay.
I don't think Chad believes that.
We found your DNA, Charlie's DNA, and Ross's DNA in the hot tub, but we didn't find any of Prue's. Do you know why that is?
I don't know.
She was in the hot tub with you, though?
I mean, she was. Yeah, she was in the hot tub.
Okay.
Any questions?
I think we're tapped out.
We're less than 10 minutes away. Okay. Thank you, Mina.
Thanks, guys.
Okay, so you got less than 10 minutes. You got one more suspect. I assume you want to move on to the next suspect. In order to do so, you must exonerate one of the two people you've questioned thus far. So
God, I forgot about that.
I do need to know who you think you feel like can be let go at this point.
Is there a way that we could scan like the backyard to see if there's any traces of blood from the cut ankle? Because
Sure.
she cut herself and left, and
Then there wouldn't be blood in the yard.
Yeah, and I want to know what's up with that laptop. Clearly, that went into evidence. Yes.
Okay, Jessica, do we have any trace of Mina's blood inside of the yard? As well as, is there any chance that we have access to that laptop?
Searching my database.
Okay, so she's going to work on that for a second. Do you have an idea of what you're going to talk to Prue about?
I want to.
Should we time out?
You want to time out? Yeah, that's a good time. Let's take a time out.
Okay. Things to talk to Prue about.
Things to talk to Prue about, and also who you want to get rid of.
Yes. One, why the neighbors say she was cold that night. What's her whole deal with being in the hot tub but not having any DNA in there? Is she in fact a robot?
Yeah.
It's a good question.
Also, we need to hear for her to tell us what the argument was about. Sure. I've only heard the other party's side of
Her
that.
relationship with Charlie, her relationship with her husband.
Yeah.
Her point of view on like the lifestyle. Is she a part of it or not?
Right. Also, in terms of who we can exonerate, I'm just gonna say we exonerate Mina. I think Charlie's way too suspicious, and we need to talk to Prue. We can't, we have to talk to her.
I agree.
Correct.
I agree with Mina.
So
I agree.
We're gonna have to let Mina go.
Alfredo, what do you think about letting Mina go?
I feel like Charlie too much.
But her blood's
we're waiting.
So as of right now, with the information you have
blood.
right now, you're thinking Mina, suspect of finding her blood inside of the
Unless
yard.
the backyard comes back with blood in it. Yeah.
Okay. Good timing. Jessica, do you have information for us at this point?
Pardon me, there is trace of Mina's blood on a spike near the gate. And I am asking Detective Myers to admit the laptop into evidence.
Okay, so it's at the gate. It's not inside.
She did say she cut herself on the gate.
Yeah.
Okay.
It looks like we do have the laptop flying in right now.
Fantastic. Now, are we sure we want to see what's on this laptop?
I mean, they said it was really important. She said he was talking about
Quite a bit. Who wants
camera, but she said
to
it on a laptop.
look through it?
Oh no.
You guys want to go for it?
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Start going through. You got quite a few files on
Why
there.
is one called Sexy Clown?
Do you want to take your last time out while you look
Yeah, I
through
was about to
that?
say we should.
Oh, we can time out and look.
But we need a time.
We should.
We need the time out later for the deliberation. I'm telling you.
All right. Start cranking away.
Why don't you crank away while we talk to
crank away,
Prue?
we'll talk to Prue.
How about we do that? You okay with that?
Yes.
Sure. Yeah. Do
Okay, we need to exonerate someone.
Mina.
I'm
Mina?
still on board with Mina, given
Mina?
that there was no trace of
3 out of 4 say Mina.
Yeah.
I want to move you forward.
With Mina.
Okay. Jessica, we would like to exonerate Mina at this point and bring Prue out for questioning.
God, why does it have to be a Mac?
Well, it just happens. Okay, so with Prue, there is no evidence for us to go to, so we can go ahead and start questioning. Is that okay with you guys?
Absolutely.
All right, bring Prue up on the phone, please, Jessica.
Prue is ready for you.
Ask away.
Hi, Prue.
Hi.
Hey, it sounds like you had a really rough night the other night. Can you tell us what happened?
I mean, Mina and Charlie came over and then... Sorry.
Can you tell us quickly what happened?
Jesus.
I mean, sorry, my husband's dead, so it's...
Yeah, I'm so sorry
so
for your
yeah,
loss. We
I'm
just
sorry.
like to make sure that we get the guy who did this.
I agree.
Or girl.
I mean, he and, Russ and Charlie always get into their fights, so they were fighting and, and then they left in a hurry. And
Yeah, that's terrible. What kind of stuff do they fight about?
Charlie was mad at Russ because of their whole, like, the whatever Russ is trying to pass through. I don't know. I don't really talk to him about politics. I try to stay out of it, but it's just another politics fight.
So you and Mina and Charlie seem to have very different views of the world. Does that often cause friction?
I mean, politics, yeah, but I mean, I try and stay out of it. They have their views, we have our own, but
Yeah, now
they're his friends. So.
There's nothing.
But you and Russ you have very traditional outlooks on the world, obviously different politics than your neighbors. But it seems as though you've potentially been participating in a perhaps more free-spirited lifestyle with the neighbors. Is that true?
I don't know what that has to do with this case.
Are you having sex with the neighbors? That has a lot to do with the case.
5 minutes remain.
Maybe once or
Please
twice.
begin your final deliberation.
Once or twice?
Did you have sex with the neighbors the night of the murder?
No, of course not.
I found deleted files.
All
I
right,
don't think I
what's
can
next?
open them.
I
Can
just,
we get a
listen, I don't really want to talk about that. I'm not sure what it has to do with the case.
Well, we're trying to establish motive, which is pretty important.
Well, then talk to Charlie.
Real quick,
We're talking to everyone, Prue.
sorry, we've had a couple reports that you were quite upset that night. Can you tell us what that was about?
I was fine. I wasn't upset at all. Charlie and Mina left. They were super upset.
Well, before Charlie and Mina came over, they had said that you started out the evening a little distant or cold. Is there something that happened between you and Russ before Mina and Charlie came over that you'd be able to share with us?
No, I mean, I wasn't acting in any kind of way. I was just acting like myself.
You were fine?
4 minutes.
Yeah, I was fine.
Prue, we earlier talked to Charlie and he said that you made some moves sexually towards him in the kitchen that night.
No, not at all. I can't believe he would tell you that. He's come on to me so many times, but it's just so inappropriate sometimes.
Prue, we have your husband's laptop here, and he has some interesting files on it. Do you know what kind of stuff he keeps on here?
No, I mean, that's as far as I know, it's just like a business laptop.
What about
the Sexy Clowns folder? Did you know about that?
What?
Yeah.
There was nothing in it, but it was a folder. Can we get Jessica to restore these files or something? I don't know what the deal is.
Sure.
The files.
Hey, Jessica, if we have any information in these files, I'd prefer you to gather it right now.
Yep.
Gathering information.
Because I can't open them.
That's 3 minutes. Questions to Prue.
Prue, when the power went out, it took you 15 minutes to get from your bedroom down to the jacuzzi. Why did it take you so long? I know it was dark, but I mean, your house doesn't seem to be that big.
Well, I was in the shower and I figured when the power went out, I thought it was like Russ would go out and handle it. Usually, he takes care of that kind of stuff.
Prue, by any chance, do you know who was primarily using the green power outlet extension cable that night? Anyone particularly charging their phone the entire night or something like that?
We usually have a phone charger, plugged in there that everyone uses.
Okay. Did you guys already ask about the fluids?
No, I didn't. Go ahead.
So in the hot tub, we found body fluids from everyone except for you. Do you know why that is?
I don't know. I have no idea. I mean,
We're running out of time.
Less than 2 minutes.
Let's call it.
I just, sometimes I just put my feet in the water. I don't really get in all the time.
So were you in all the way, or just put your feet in?
No, just my feet.
Okay,
Okay.
last question for you, Prue. Did you and Russ have any marital problems?
No, not at all. I loved him.
Last question. Did you at any point in time break away from the hot tub, leaving the three of them in the hot tub? together?
Yeah, I mean, I would, like, got him to go to the kitchen, go to the bathroom. I mean, everyone did.
Any of those times for an extended amount of time? What would you say, like, the average time would be? A couple minutes, maybe 10 minutes?
I wasn't timing myself. I mean, 5 minutes? I don't know.
Okay.
Okay,
All right.
Done with Prue?
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Okay.
Yes.
Prue.
We're letting Prue go. I'm gonna let you guys go and take your timeout right now. Jessica,
Great.
please take a timeout.
Okay.
And I'm gonna say, Jessica, do we have information on the files on this laptop?
Excuse me, the files were all deleted the night of the murder.
Ooh. And they were in a folder called what?
Honey.
Okay.
Okay. Russ and Mina.
It'd be Prue, right?
She's seeming.
Access to the laptop, like.
That's true.
I feel like she could be upset because Russ is really diving into this
Infidelity?
whole-
Unless he did show Mina the thing on the laptop and she didn't like what it was.
No, I think it's Prue, dude.
Yeah.
I think it's Prue.
Signs
I
point to
think
Prue.
I think Prue is not happy with Russ's lifestyle. I think Mina is lying, and her and Russ have hooked up,
Right.
and Prue knows about that.
Especially since she was standoffish and cold and angry, and then she refused to admit that. And
Yeah,
then
and
they both Charlie and Mina had said that.
Yeah, I feel like Russ and Mina have, hooked up together. Then obviously, like, they're taking advantage of the lifestyle. Charlie's also trying to take advantage of the lifestyle. She seems like the only one that's not about it.
She wasn't even admitting to it.
Right.
So,
I think it was.
is everybody pointing towards Prue right now? I haven't
think
heard
so,
Ashley
yeah.
say.
Well, I'm leaning towards Prue just because she had ample opportunity. It took 15 minutes for her to find him. She does seem like she was a more reluctant party to the fun times that everyone else seemed to be pretty enthusiastic about. And I'm bothered by
18 seconds.
the laptop because Russ was going to show Mina something, and then whatever it was got deleted between that time, which would be only Prue.
I feel like it leans towards Prue. I think his laptop really brings it home for me.
All right.
Although I don't think Charlie took this seriously enough.
Time is up.
Yep.
I need a final vote, and it has to be unanimous.
Oh, God. All right, so we're killing Prue?
I think
Prue.
Hate to break up a marriage.
If not, then hey, she won't be sad about her husband's murder anymore.
Good rationalization for killing someone.
Wow.
Thank you so much, Chad. We're really worried about your conscience right now. Jessica, we have convicted Prue for Russ's murder. Please record the conviction and proceed with the sentence.
Can we walk?
Thank you, Counsel and Mr. Foreman.
I hate this part.
Your decision has been recorded and the penalty phase is now in progress. Completion in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. I am now ready to make my calculation of the killer. Calculating.
Jesus.
You know what though? Those files were the decider for me. It was the laptop files that did it.
I am so glad I found this. I was having some Mac trouble, and I got real concerned.
Whoa.
You guys, we killed real good.
Oh, yeah.
Yes, congratulations.
I mean, we justiced.
You did the correct killing.
Did it.
Great job, everybody.
Oh my goodness. Okay.
I'm glad, Chad.
Also,
is
she
gonna
was
be able to
waiting.
sleep tonight.
I can't.
Thank you, Counsel, for your service today. And thank you for watching. We will release a post-show for First members where we will talk more about the case. If you're not a First member, you can start your 7-day free trial today at roosterteeth.com. But for now, you are dismissed. Goodbye.
Hello YouTube, thank you for watching this episode of Rooster Teeth's Murder Room. Please be sure to subscribe and check out the links below for more Murder Room and Rooster Teeth content. Did you correctly guess the killer? Let us know in the comments down below.